She's
Here I come.
That's the reason we're having this, so that everybody gets to meet everybody. Andrea is my goddaughter-in-law who joined us as she'll substitute on shows once in a while when we're short co-hosts. There she is.
She is.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
How are you?
Great. How are you all?
Mike, meet Andrea.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you all.
I'm afraid to say I'm on dinner cook duty tonight, so I can't stay real long.
What do you make?
I need to be making dinner while my wife does music lessons online, and so I'm
Oh,
the designated cook.
Very good.
what are you making? We're gonna come over.
We call it stir fry, which is basically a lot of vegetables and some rice noodles and Thai peanut sauce, stuff like that.
Oh, that sounds
Ooh,
good.
and Thai peanut sauce. So you use chicken then, or no,
My wife has tilapia. I usually have
Mhm.
mock duck, which is
Oh,
wheat gluten.
Uh-huh.
okay.
You ever had mock duck?
No.
No, what's mock duck?
Well, it's an alternative to duck. It's
Yeah.
it's made out of wheat gluten. It has the same texture, and
Okay.
you can buy it most Asian stores.
Oh, sure.
I made some.
I don't know your name. What is your
David?
name?
Oh,
David?
Barbara.
Yeah.
Andrea Poston, meet Barbara Lavallure.
Hi, Barbara.
Barbara
Nice to
wasn't
meet
there
you.
that day Andrea was on, yeah.
Okay.
David, I don't know.
Barbara, you
Andrea,
may not
I'm
know who
Gloria. I'm over in the corner in a gold ball.
Okay, I'm on the
might
green ball. This is me
right.
here.
And
We might have
David,
met at some time. I'm thinking, because I've been here for several years. Yeah.
Andrea
Andrea
just
just joined
posted
us as a special
Okay.
contributor.
Okay.
On It's a
Wonderful to
Woman's
have you
Day.
with us.
on It's a Woman's World, so that's why you haven't met her before.
Oh, that's why.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
here comes Candy.
Hi, Candy.
here she
Hey,
comes.
Candy.
Hello, hello, hello.
And
Good to see
Candy's
everybody.
background is more like Mike's for whatever reason we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it might be that it's down there under virtual background, I think. I think Barbara.
All
might
I
be
see
right.
for Nadia is just the Christmas tree. I don't even see her face.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
That's
something
pretty bad.
different for some of these. We'll have to figure that out. This is,
Some of us are in a bulb and some are not. So that's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Anyway, David, I wanted to say I made some baked wontons the other day. that are so good. I'm going to take them on Christmas. We're having all finger food, just order or appetizer type foods. And they're made with ground pork and turkey and water chestnuts, and then stuff to hold it all together, and you roll them up in these little wonton papers and bake them, and they are wonderful.
My favorite around here is fried wontons. Take the same thing.
I know, yeah.
Dump them in some hot oil, and of course, fried cardboard is pretty good. But
I agree. Fried anything is wonderful.
But these really are quite good, and you can make different kinds. You can make veggie kinds. You can make ones with chicken in them or shrimp or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And so that's
you get a little bit less grease. You know, the four main food groups, are caffeine, sodium, and and grease.
I think you forgot chocolate, but that's okay.
That.
I believe Dave is one of those people they call vegetarians.
I didn't know that.
As am I.
I knew you were.
Right, yes.
And is there anyone else well, let's see. Ali isn't completely, but she makes, or was it Uma used to make a lot of vegetarian?
I think it was Uma.
Well, I think we may be about 5% of the population. So,
Is that all? Oh, wow.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure about that, but
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
long have you been that way, Mike? How long have you been there?
Since May 14th, 1971.
Oh, wow.
71,
Wow, that's
like-
That's a
specific.
long time.
It's a date
Wow.
that I remembered because I went through a certain amount of stress trying to come to the decision, and had people tell me I'd ruined my health and this and that. But and I finally one day
Wow.
driving home made the decision. So
I have,
Wow.
Awesome.
you know, you hang on to what you can hang on to. And I got to tell you, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I got an email totally out of the blue from some guy who went to Bethel University. And I used to write a column for the Mac Weekly, the McAllister student paper, and I did that for a while. And I'd written one about vegetarianism and advocated for it. And this guy sent me a note saying that in his family, they decided sometime in the early 90s to make a list of the 10 most influential pieces of writing that they had ever experienced. And so, you know, they were putting in things like the Bible and Moby Dick and stuff like that. But this guy included the column that I had written like in 1971, and he'd hung on to it for like 20 years and finally decided to become a vegetarian. And I was just like dumbstruck by this. And I said, well, you certainly made my day, you know, let's have lunch. So
Right.
he turned out to be an editor for a community newspaper, nice guy, but it was just shocking that he had hung on to a humble little college newspaper column for 20 years that had been egging at him, you know, bothering him, but he hadn't actually done anything about it. And so after 20 years, he decided to become a vegetarian in the early 90s. That was really amazing.
That is amazing.
What a compliment.
Yeah, I mean, you get very few of those kinds of things. You got to hang on to them.
Right. right.
Yeah.
One at a
That's
time,
awesome.
what are each of us doing for the holidays? Barbara?
Barbara's got her hand raised.
I do. And rather than everybody talking over everyone, I'm requesting people raise their electronic hands and you guys call on people because it's like I can't hear anything.
how
So
about if we dab?
anyway, I wanted to say before I answer the question, I wanted to say to David that my husband is cooking tonight, and he was married to someone else before me, and she would not allow him in her kitchen. So when we got married, I said, "Well, come on in." You know, he makes at least 50%, if not more, of our meals, and he just loves it. Chopping, like for a stir fry, is therapeutic for him. So he loves it. And tonight he's making a wild rice and turkey soup. So that's what I have to look forward to. I too have to leave a little early because I have another call. However, what we're doing for the holidays, which is a never been done before experience, is we are flying on a week from today in the morning to Washington, D.C., where
Wow.
Arnie's daughter lives and our 8-year-old grandson. And we are flying first class. I said, we haven't been anywhere for 3 years. If we're going first class. So we're flying first class Wednesday morning to Washington, D.C., coming back the next Monday. And I am really looking forward to it. So that's what I'm doing. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Exciting.
And we see
Oh, farting festive.
Midge joined us, but there we go. Midge joined us and Bob joined us.
And Bob.
Hi.
And
Hi, Bob.
Andrea,
Oh,
there's Midge and Bob. Midge and Bob. Andrea's over in the green ball. She's
It's me.
a new contributor
ball.
to It's a
Ah,
Wonderful
the
World.
green ball. That's me. Hi.
and Bob, you're on the bottom right now because to just place there, I don't know if you and Midge are seeing it, but there's a Christmas tree and we're trying to put you in the ornaments. Bob, what are you seeing? Do you see a big Christmas tree?
Well, I see a lot of branches and people are hanging from ornaments. Yeah.
Well, Well, I think I kind of fit the tree because I have kind of a bulbous nose.
We should have Mike or Bob take a picture of the screen and so that we can see what they're actually seeing. Do you have a smartphone, Bob?
I don't know how smart it is.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Bob said
Well,
you could see everything.
Mine's square. I'm not in one of the bulbs, so, but I see everybody else.
Okay.
Do you see us like you usually do, or as part of a single image picture?
No, it's part of an image.
Good, good,
Everybody's all spread out all over.
good.
Yeah,
Good.
Mike, this is what we're seeing. Ooh, this is-
Yeah,
Montage.
I caught a glimpse of it.
Where did
Yeah.
it go? I don't see it now.
Yeah.
I caught it though.
Nadia,
I caught-
Nadia, I sent you a
Fine.
screenshot, but I got my computer in it too, but
I think I'm more interested in the
Email.
shot from Mike or Bob because their images, or Candy, because their images look a little different, but that's okay. We're just having.
I
fun.
think maybe
Right.
at a certain point, we should just go on talking and spend less time trying to worry about
Right,
Yeah.
right.
There you go.
Yeah.
of it all.
Let's one at a time hear what everybody's doing for the holidays.
Oh, okay. You call on somebody.
Mike,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well, I just always get together with my sister and her husband, and then my niece who is still in town. She's somebody that my niece is somebody I really appreciate greatly because we think alike, and she's a vegetarian too. So that's the people I get together with routinely every Christmas, and it's always a very nice time.
I'll go next if you don't mind, because I've got to leave in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I have an enormous family. I have 6 children, 20 grandchildren, and 12 great grandchildren. And a whole bunch of us go to my son's in Mora, and he owns a restaurant, but he closes his restaurant, so his staff is all off on Christmas Eve day. And then we're going to his house, and we all bring things. It's all hors d'oeuvres or appetizers and for wandering and grazing type of food. So we have a wonderful time. It's a great time, and I'm not sure how many are going to be there this time, but it's going to be a blast. It always is a wonderful time. My family laughs a lot, so we have a great time together.
Oh, what fun.
Candy? Candy?
Oh, you said Andy.
I thought you
Right,
said
Andy,
Andy.
where's Andy at? Very simple. It's just gonna be David and I. We're doing 0. We did more for Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and we never really do anything for Christmas. We just don't. We don't ever put up a Christmas tree or anything. So we just kind of maybe watch movies, and I think we like more so the New Year's Eve kind of thing because Twilight Zone is on, and it has been on for the whole 24 hours. So we watch Twilight Zone. So New Year's Eve is more so the thing we like. So nothing for Christmas.
Barbara, did you get to say everything you wanted to say? Because I know you have to leave early. Andrea.
Well, I think so. It's really nice to see everyone, and I see some new faces, particularly the 2 men who I haven't seen before. I know Mike, but I was going to say to Dave that my daughter, when she was 14 or 15, and we were living in Europe. We lived there for 20 years, and she became a vegetarian, and she is now 44, and she is still a vegetarian. I am definitely a meat eater, and will never become a vegetarian if I have a say in it, because I like my meat of all kinds. But
Amen to that.
she is a diehard vegetarian, and I respect her for that. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Absolutely.
But some people can't stand the
Yeah.
smell. Can you, Mike, or whoever is vegetarian, if somebody's cooking meat, can you stand the smell?
Well, yeah, I don't smell much, so I can stand almost any smell, but
Okay.
yeah, for me, it's a complete matter of ethics, just my personal view of the world. And there are now enough alternatives that you can eat plenty of protein that's, soybean based and whatnot, that it's completely healthy to be a vegetarian.
Okay.
Jamila.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello. Hello, Mike. How are you?
Hi, Jane. I'm doing
can't-
very good. I hope you're doing
Hi,
good.
Hi, Jamila.
Why can't I see Jamila?
Oh, you
That's
should
because
be-
I'm in one of the
She's in the
jingle
middle.
bells.
She's on the third. She's in the third row.
I'm
Second.
in one of the jingle bells, Mom.
Right
And
above
look
me.
to the right, to the left jingle bell.
I can't. Oh God.
Can
Right
you
above
hear-
Bob.
I did full screen and I still don't have anybody. I can't
Oh,
see at
well,
all.
I'm right next to Barbara.
Candy, choose gallery view.
I did, and that's all I got.
I can see you, Mother.
The answer.
Hello,
is.
Mother.
Yeah.
Hello,
Hello, daughter.
Mother. Hello, daughter.
Oh no, here we go. I did gallery view and I still got the same.
Okay.
Okay, well,
I'll
you
do
just
it all
can't think you have to see me another time.
But she's here.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
You can hear her.
Who's telling about their Christmas? Andrea?
Hi. Sherman and I, my husband, will be home, and he kind of got in my bulb. We'll be home for Christmas. We spent Thanksgiving in Chicago with my son and his family. He has twins. My grandchildren, Trinity and Tristan, they turned 5. And then my daughter has 2 sons, which she lives here with us in Shiloh, Illinois. She has 2 boys. One of her boys turned 5 as well last month in November. So I have 3 grandchildren that are 5 years old that were born in the same week.
Wow.
My daughter, she had a baby on the 21st of November, and then my son had twins on the 25th of November in 2016. So we spent Thanksgiving with them. So we'll be home with my daughter and her 2 boys. BJ, he'll be 2 in February. So we kind of split our time a little bit.
What fun.
Yeah.
Wow. So your family, they have the same mating patterns.
Yeah, they do. Apparently they do.
Andrea
Yeah, they
is
do.
my goddaughter-in-law.
Yeah, I am.
I like
Oh,
it.
Midge.
Who's up
Midge.
next?
Does,
I am going to be driving to Illinois with my grandson. My daughter lives there in Geneva, which is a lovely town. And then on the 22nd, we're going to drive there. And then on the 25th, I'm flying from Chicago to New York to be with my son and his family. They have a 5-year-old. And I'm going to spend a number of days there, then fly back, be with my daughter for a few more days, and then drive back. So it's going to be busy, but very nice.
very nice. Yeah.
Bob, how about you?
I was going to say Bob.
Well, I have one daughter that lives in Lino Lakes, and so her and her son Tyler will be coming over Christmas weekend. So we'll be spending that time together. We have another daughter and 3 grandkids that live out in Massachusetts. And we had originally planned to go out there next week as well. But as you know, my wife's going through chemo right now. So we had to pull our flight plans out there. So we're just going to do Zoom stuff with them, watch them open presents and that sort of thing. And hopefully we can get out there sometime a few months down the road from now.
Yeah, all the best to you and your wife. I hope that she has a happy holiday and feels good through it.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, yeah, we've been thinking about you.
All the time.
Yeah, yeah, I'm praying for you for
Well,
sure.
thank you. Yeah.
I gotta go. I miss all of you. This has been wonderful, as short as it is for me, but you continue to have a great time. Have a wonderful holiday, and let's hope that 2022 is good to us all.
Oh,
Happy
thank
New
you,
Year.
Gloria.
Bye.
Sounds good.
Bye-bye. Oh,
Here,
oh, we got another bulb. We can put Mitch in the bulb.
There you are.
Here I am.
put Midge up over there. Let's see, who next here?
Jamela.
Jamila.
Jamela.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, Mike. It's good to see you, Mike. You know,
Jamela.
we were
Hello.
looking at all those videos that you posted on YouTube. Oh, this was such funny times.
And
Well,
they are
thank
good.
Beverly
They
and
are
Nadia
good.
for the work.
Oh, I thank you, ladies. Wow.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
Thank you.
I know you guys looked at that and just cracked up laughing at us.
They were,
But
they were
for,
amazing.
I mean, it's something. It is just, and I just want to thank you all, seriously. For this 2021 Christmas, you know, I have a grandson. He'll be 2 years old on the 25th of January. So he's still in this kind of baby stage, and I'm looking forward to spending quality time with him and you know, really doing some good cooking and being amongst my family and my daughter, and so we'll see how that all goes. But I'm looking forward to us having Christmas pictures. We're going to go see Black Santa this weekend and have him, you know, take some crying pictures, you know,
Yeah.
because he's still
Who are
scared of
you?
everything.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to just having that quality family time, that good food and fellowship. But I'll be in town for Christmas. So
Jamela, do you
Good.
know David and Bob? Have you met them before?
you know, I have seen these guys. These guys look very familiar to me.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
My picture's on the wall of most post offices.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh, David and Bob, and then Midge, and it was Gloria. They're the co-hosts on the Generation Show.
Oh yeah, I've met them before.
Oh, okay.
We just did a show. Actually, Midge and I just did a show, didn't we, Midge?
Yeah.
Midge, we just did a show on white supremacy and white privilege, I think.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Midge was on there.
Yeah, Midge was the
Yeah.
co-host on
No, I
that.
remember Midge.
Nadia, tell us about your Christmas. You're going to probably spend it driving around in that bright red new car.
With my
Yeah.
red shirt. Well, I have not yet driven the car.
What?
I was waiting. It's new. I
Oh,
don't want a speck of dirt, mud, snow, anything in
Oh,
custom mats just arrived today and Chuck's putting them in there. So tomorrow I will actually get my feet on the pedals and maybe get the tires dirty. But for Christmas, we always have late in the last few years, kind of a low key Christmas. I do have that little lavender Christmas tree that came in the mail from my nephew. So we'll actually have a little tree and we'll curl up and watch movies and cook something at home. And that's what we'll do for Christmas. And with any luck at all, one of my great grandkids will probably pick up their new little smartphone and call me with some silly pictures, and that'll make my day.
How about as the topic 2022, what lies ahead for you? We could go around again.
Yeah, did we get everybody's Christmas?
we didn't get Beverly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Beverly.
Yeah. Well, let's see, this is going to be a very different year because my mother had passed away last summer, not this past summer, but, then we had the pandemic. I am like some of you, my family is huge. We usually have like 34, 33, 34 of us and we all get together in Iowa and where they all live. And we have a gift exchange. Santa comes. There's a lot of little kids, and it's just a very special time to be with the family. And we laugh all the time. So this is the first year. Well, last year, I think some of them got together. Last year was the pandemic anyway, and then this will be the first year that we're really there isn't anybody getting together with because my mother's not there. And she had a clubhouse room, and now I would love if they all came up here. I would take good care of them up here, but they're not all going to drive out to Minnesota. So anyway, yeah, so it'll be my family, my son in Wisconsin, those 5 grandkids, my other son, and myself, and we'll go out there for a dinner. I think my other son and I are gonna do dinner this year. And I hope next week, I'm hoping to have a night where we could bake or a day I could bake cookies with the grandkids. And I have a son in Florida as well, and he has 2 kids, but they won't be coming up this year. She just lost her mother. And then I'm going to do a family Zoom, where I invite everybody, and whoever wants to join on the Zoom, like we're doing today. So we did that last year. We did it for a few last year, and it was really good. So probably most of my nieces and nephews, they definitely will all jump on there. So, that we will still stay connected in that way for Christmas. So it'll be good. Yeah. And hopefully Santa brings me some chocolates.
Mhm.
Well, I've now learned how to get onto your good side, Beverly. So
Yep, chocolate. Good chocolate. Yep. I did something for Mike, and he rewarded me with some chocolates. So
Yeah, yeah.
he knows exactly what I want. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, really good. Yeah. So what was your question, Mike, about 2022? You had a question.
Well, it was more a suggestion about we could just do another lap around the screen and just see what lies ahead for them this coming year.
Yeah. Why don't you start?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Each year, just on my own, I kind of self-published little photography books, and hand them out to a couple people at the holidays. This coming year, I'm actually thinking about maybe actually publishing a book of short sayings. If I can accumulate 500 short sayings that are of some worth, I might pursue this. I'm about a third of the way. And I jotted down a couple to see if anybody thinks these are at all any good. One would be, you should never make a promise without first rehearsing an apology.
Oh,
Rehearsing.
Wow.
A
Wow.
hungry man walking past your door is the first person you should help.
What kind of man?
Say that again.
A hungry man walking past your front door is the first person you should help.
Bye, David.
Hi, David.
Oh, so long. And let's see. You can spend years in a certain place and then go years without remembering it at all.
Oh.
Or like, if you think of grade school, I can go a long period of time without thinking about the time I spent in grade school. So.
oh yeah.
And, another one might be the best dog in the world is the one you own. The worst dog in the world is your neighbor's. It's all the time. So that's kind of what my project for next year might be.
Okay.
That might be a fun one, Mike.
I can see you doing that. I definitely can see you doing that.
Well,
Well, what's up for you for this coming year?
Who? Who did you?
Jamila?
Excuse me, I want to ask real quick. Mike's birthday, isn't your birthday in January?
It is, yes.
What are you gonna do for your birthday?
Oh, as the years have gone by, birthdays are something I really do try to ignore and
Oh,
Try-
okay, sorry.
try even to forget.
Okay, just act like I didn't even bring it up.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
I know. Apple pie, right, Mike? Apple pie.
Yes, that would be nice.
Ooh.
And you know, there is a morning every day, so you know, an apple pie a day
Oh,
brings the doctor your way. So
Oh, not if you apple more.
I think I'm gonna write that one down, put it in my book.
Yeah.
You gotta
And
a la mode it. Do a la
help
mode.
shovel his sidewalk.
Yeah.
oh yeah. That's right,
I
Bob.
lost track of where we were.
Oh, well, Candy had asked the question. So then Midge or Jamila, what about you guys?
Camilla.
One of you.
Okay, well, first, speaking of birthdays, my 75th is the 23rd of December.
Oh,
And-
wow.
Oh,
Happy
And I will be,
birthday.
thank you. And I will be at my daughter's, and I had not planned on anything other than being with them. But my husband had always wanted to take me to the Palmer House in Chicago, because he had stayed there on some kind of convention or something, and just wanted to have me have the experience. When we never got around to it. So my daughter and my granddaughter happens to live right across the street from it. So they made reservations for a girls' night at the Palmer House. So we're gonna stay there, and we're gonna go to the Field Museum during the day, and just have a girls' night girls' day night that day. So I'm
Nice.
I thought that was really kind of
That
special.
museum is great.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've seen pictures of it, and the year I'm starting out in February with a knee replacement, so hopefully I can by summer be up and doing the things that I really want to. And I'm hoping to finish my 5th Calcian book, and then I'm thinking about writing a book on grief. So from the perspective of a griever, not a not a expert, but somebody who's gone through it. And I facilitate a grief group now, and
Good.
so I'm hearing the stories from the people in my group, and there's so many similarities to the way what people experience that I think it would be good to put it out there for people that are newly grieved. That would be my main audience. But so I think that would be good for me. So I'll try to work on that
Mhm.
too.
very good.
Sounds like you'll have
Well,
a busy year.
So
Yes,
Midge, don't take this wrong, but you look pretty good for a white chick.
Thank
75,
you.
you really do.
Thank
You
you.
look pretty good.
Awesome.
It's so funny because I was gonna say the same thing. I said,
I know it. You
yeah.
really does.
375, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Great.
You're holding it together well, Midge. Go, Midge.
Thank you.
Go,
Thank
Midge, go. Go, Midge, go.
you. I'll get my new
Candy,
knee.
you're
Just
next.
watch out.
Candy, you're
Right?
next.
I will turn 100 in January. So.
Oh, wow.
No way. Oh, stop. But you know what I tell
You
people down
look
here?
it too. Yeah.
I tell people down here in Missouri.
That's a friend. That's a true friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long-time friend.
I tell people down here in Missouri that I'm really 200 years old because I was in Minnesota so long I froze.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm thawing out now.
Minnesota preserves.
Exactly. Did you say me there, Nadia?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Oh, speaking of books, Mike, I got a book that, everybody keep asking me, oh, you got all these books. How did you get started? So I have my latest, which is my 10th book. It's called I've Got a Book in Me. How do I get started? And
Ah,
so I'm hoping to get that done probably by my birthday in March. And then I want to travel back and forth to Minnesota a little bit, see my daughters, Jamila and Rashida, and my grandchildren, and my great grandson, who I got to meet in September for the first time. And he and I played in the room for about an hour and a half
mhm.
because Jamila had to work. But then every time Jamila would say something, he'd run to the door like, oh, oh. I'm like, no, 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 come back here, come back here. So we had a great time. So I plan on coming to Minnesota a little bit more for 2022.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Do you feel like a Missourian now as opposed to a
No, 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 no.
Okay.
I don't, because Missouri, if there's 5 or 10 people in line, and there's, let's say we're at a grocery store, Walmart or whatever, and they have 3 clerks, and there's 10 people in line, all the Missouri people will do this. They stand with their head down
Oh,
and they
Mm.
say nothing. And I'm a true Minnesotan, and I immediately start saying, excuse me, can you open another line here or whatever? And then people turn around and, I mean, everybody in the line turn around and look at me and go, the one guy had the nerve to say to me, you just wait your turn.
yeah.
I said,
Mm.
no, I'm from Minnesota. I don't wait my turn.
Mm.
Get another clerk. So, yeah. So, no, I don't feel like a Missourian at all. No, Missouri, mm-mm.
Mhm.
Andrea, how
I
about
don't know if
you?
anybody knows this, but
Oh.
Missouri was the last state to give up slavery. So no,
Oh, really? Wow.
no.
Does
Was
have
last
quite
state-
the
was last state
history,
in the
that's
Union, yeah.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
Andrea, you've got some exciting things coming up this year.
Yeah, well, my first thing in January, January 3rd, I turned 55, so I officially joined the senior group or whatever. So just looking for our looking for all the perks that I get turning 55. But my husband and myself, we're launching a new church in April of next year. So yes, we're in the planning stages of that.
Nice. Great.
And also our son is getting married in September of
Mm.
2022. And so we're just looking, it's a lot going on next year.
Oh,
What's
Yeah.
the
that's
name of
good.
the church
Fun
and where is
times.
it going to be?
Higher Level Ministries Christian Church. And right now, we are looking at, buildings, Metro East, St. Louis, Illinois area. So we haven't decided on a specific location yet, but it'll be between the two.
I just want to put a plug in. Got a great singer in the midst, so just want to say that.
Amen.
Oh,
Amen.
Jamila, yes.
Oh, is Jamila here in St. Louis?
No, she's here in
I come back and
Minnesota.
forth.
Okay. Amen.
Back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Can you
Thank
sing?
you.
She tore the house down at this one nursing home when she came to Missouri. Tore the place down. The old people were like,
Okay. Amen.
What does your year look like, Jamila?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm doing a lot more public speaking, which is wonderful. And I'm building a lot of programs, but one of the things that I'm going to be doing is going back to school to get my marriage and family therapist license. I really want to be able to do performing art and in a culture specific therapeutic way, that really specializes in African American youth and Black youth. We have a lot of young people who are really struggling.
Yes.
They're struggling in very, 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 in a historical way, kind of the historical traumas that come with being Black in America, but then also the environment in home neighborhood traumas now that have to do with family structure and life and how the community is reacting to our young people. And so so I feel called to really dig into that in a very big way and put together a performing arts school that has a therapeutic, a cultural therapeutic piece to it that really kind of helps to heal and restore our young people in a way
Oh,
that
that sounds exciting.
it is. It
Amen.
is exciting. It is exciting. And I see it as an exciting challenge. It's something that I've always loved doing. It's the work that I've been doing for the past 20 years, which is really bringing restoration to broken people.
Amen.
That's my work, you know. And so now I want to add to my master's degree by having the licensure so that now I can, you know, do more. I can do more, you know, and you got to have the paper to play.
Amen.
Yeah, so that's why I'm working on that, and then really finalizing the business. And I've got a couple plays that are needing to be completed that are a part of this that I want to have our young people perform and put on. And so yeah, so and then my mom and I have a book.
Say a little bit about that one spook. Can you say a
Oh,
little bit
okay.
about that?
Yeah, I work. So I'm writing a book called The Spook That Went to School, and it's about Black children in the school system and really how they're treated and really treated like spooks at times, but then also embodying this expectation too, becoming what they're expected to be. And I've seen it play out when I worked for St. Paul Public Schools, and it's just really a diabolical system. It's really not designed for our children to do well. And so I'm writing the story of a little boy, and based on experiences that I experienced firsthand working in the school system. So they're based on little stories. And so this young man is navigating the world as a young Black boy. And so it's a very good story, and it's going to, I want our young people to act it out, but I want it to create dialogue within the school system and how they treat our children and how our children are learning and what they need to learn and what they're not learning. You know, and so a lot of it has to do with identity and understanding the power and the contribution that Black people made to build this country. They're not being taught that. And so if you're only taught that you're a slave, then you begin to conduct yourself and carry yourself as a slave. And so it's a totally different way of thinking and doing that I want to create for our children. And they need a traditional cultural outlet, which is storytelling, which is performing arts, which is song and dance and movement. That's cultural for us, and it's a healing for us as well. And those things are suppressed in the school system.
And that's coming out this in 2022, I hope.
And that's what I'm working on all of 2022. I see the programming itself will be in schools. I'll be providing it as an after-school program or some type of Saturday school. The actual edifice itself, the building itself, I'm hoping will come within the year 2023, 24, where I'll actually have my own building, my own actual. But right now, it will be programs that will be provided as performing art, theater-based programs that are really centered around culture and healing and giving the children a voice, so that they're not turning on themselves.
Well, keep us posted with that. You know, we'll be able to do a show on that.
Oh, we have to do it. We absolutely have to do a show on that because we have so many young people that are doing so many things, and we can do more positive stuff with them. They've got a story to tell.
Amen.
Yeah.
They really do.
Janela, can my husband, he's listening in the background. He wanted to stick in.
I feel like the ghost of Christmas past. Where am I at? I'm somewhere around there. Hold on. Hold
Just
on.
come to my face.
I'm there. Oh,
Come to
almost.
my face.
I'm coming to your face. Okay.
There you go.
Cheek to cheek.
You are.
All right. Hey, I wanted to invite you once you get everything settled and before you become as large as Hamilton. Because trauma therapy, things like that, for the African American community, is really important. And I was just talking to a superintendent at one of the schools here in this area.
Yes.
And told him part of our vision is important. There's a reason why God tells His people to tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
He commands it. to tell the story from generation to generation.
Yes.
So we see what happens when there's no structure, no spiritual structure, no, we see what happens to our community.
Yes.
And so we all need to come together to love each other. And Nadia knows I always play one of the favorite songs. Nadia is my godmother. I love her, and she looks good too.
Yes, she
But
does. Nadia
Yeah,
is.
she
She's
does.
beautiful.
but
Wow.
it's so important to
Mm-hmm.
be able to communicate. We play the song called "We All Bleed the Same."
Mm-hmm.
We are.
Oh,
We are all the same, and
Yes.
no matter who we are, and we have to minister to one another, help each other. So
Yes.
the Bible commands us to help the weak and help those that can't help themselves. So when you get started and everything else, we definitely, if you want to take a road trip and
Oh, yeah,
try to
absolutely.
get things set up and get things going.
And
she'll
the
stay with
goal,
us. She'll stay with us.
yes, exactly. And the goal is to take the young people on the road and to have them
Oh,
do
come
these
on.
performances that create conversations, that create and inspire. Really, that's really our aim. Is
Amen.
really to do affirmation through inspiration, because our young people need folks to jump in and pull the best out of them.
Amen.
They're amazing thinkers. I mean, I've done some creative work already with them. I've wrote several plays where the young people were amazing. There was one boy, 8th grade, he couldn't read, and he got one of the main parts of my play. And I asked him, I said, how are you going to memorize your lines? And very creatively, well, one of the boys who can read, we're going to use the iPad. He's going to read all the lines for me on the iPad, and I'm going to listen to them over and over again with my script, and I'll memorize it through listening. And that's exactly what he did. And so his teacher came and cried to me, and she said he was in my class, he never tried to read or anything. She said, how did you get him to memorize all these lines? And I said, he came up with a way because he wanted that part. He wanted that attention. He needed that attention. And he came to me and hugged me and cried, and he said, I never thought that I could do something like this.
Yes.
So I want you to know that our children want to do well. They want to be celebrated. We just have to create avenues for them to be children, for them to move around and be active, physical,
Yes.
and they
Yeah.
can be themselves.
Discipleship.
And
Come on. Yes.
theater and performing art
Mhm.
gives them an opportunity to be
Absolutely.
themselves. They can be as strange and as crazy as they want to be.
Amen.
And so, yeah, so that's
Okay.
so I took my mom's idea, act up and act out. That was the name of my class.
Act up and act out.
Your
That's
progress
right.
throughout the year.
And it's positively act up and act out. Positively.
Amen. That's so
And
good.
Bob, do you have any special plans for the year?
I think probably I'd like to get out and travel more like we used to do. And yeah,
Good.
assuming my wife's feeling better, we'll try and get out more and get around the country. So
Yeah,
Where'd you like to go, Bob? Where'd you like to go?
yeah. And
Where'd
other
you
than
like to go, Bob?
that, just exercising and trying to lose weight. So
Oh, Bob.
stuff.
So, Bob, where would you like to go?
I think probably my brother recently moved to South Carolina from Fargo, North Dakota. And so we'd like to go out and visit him and his wife. And I think my grandkids said they would like to come out from Massachusetts and go out to see the Black Hills. When they were younger, 7 or 8 years ago, and
Yes.
trip again to do that. Yeah. And maybe out to California, something like that.
Oh, nice.
Beverly, what
I
about
hope
you?
that happens.
Yeah, I do too.
I want to play. Can I just play for a while?
Yep, you can do that.
What kind
Oh,
of play? What kind of play?
huh?
What kind of play?
Well, for one thing, I usually pretty much have, I've been more of a career person, and I always have things mapped out, from one year to the next, and my goals and everything else. And I've gotten to the point. I'm 71 this year. I'm not behind, just behind a little bit of Midge. And anyway, but I just feel like I want a break. I need a little bit of a break. I feel like I'm always working all the time at something, and that's good because I wouldn't be happy unless I was. But and I have some things on the list to do, but I need to schedule in a little more fun time. We have to do that. And of course, with the pandemic, we weren't able to go as much, but I also have a camera that's new, 2 years ago, a really nice camera that I want to just play with it. I want to get it out and use it, and and I really haven't had a lot of time to do that. So I have some things that I'm considering doing for this next year, but I'm not exactly sure which one's going to take place first. But I do definitely, I want to take a little time into hobby, so that it's just not all work, but that, a few fun things, maybe just a few more fun things, maybe a few road trips, just short ones, even short ones, but I just need a little break, I think, from everything else. But then along with that, yeah, I've got of course, spend a little more time on the Generations program. That'll continue as long as Mike lets me do it. Yeah, and then I've been wanting to do these workshops about what to do with all your old photos and how to tell your family story and how to tell your family legacy. And with the pandemic again, couldn't go out and physically do the workshops. And I thought about doing them online, but then I decided, no, I really just want the people contact. I enjoy that more. And so, all of those things will happen too. But I may do my own dad's family history and just travel to I've got so many relatives and so many cousins. I might just take, a travel, tell them, okay, get your family together. And then I'm going to come, for a weekend, and we're going to tell your story and see all my relatives on my dad's side, or just all the cousins. I might do that, but I'm not sure yet about all those. But yeah, I think getting my camera, really working with that and having fun with that. And then just really, truly, there's always work. There's always somebody that wants you to do something. But I need to take, some little fun trips or something. Just have some fun. Even if it's going out and throwing snowballs with grandkids,
Have you thought about publishing a photo book?
Well, I have to learn to work my camera really well and then take the photos, and then maybe.
All right.
I've always enjoyed taking photos, but it's kind of sad because this camera's, it's not a toy at all. It's a pretty expensive camera that I bought when I was working at National Camera, and I was able to get a good deal on it. So I went all the way and got, top of the line camera. But yeah, I just need to take time to have fun with it, play with it, and then take some memorable photos. And then, yeah, Mike, and then if they turn out any good, you can help me publish it.
All right. Okay, that's a deal.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm the last one. I haven't really planned out my year very much. I expect to continue with the shows, Generations and It's a Woman's World. So that keeps me every month or two, something coming up. So there's some regimentation going on there. So I know I'll be reasonably busy throughout the year. But then I think I'd really like to take a couple of summer road trips. One might take me dangerously close to Shiloh, Illinois.
Awesome.
It will be worth it.
Yeah.
And I don't know where the other one will be, maybe out west.
Well, you you have to get that red car out. You have to have some practice driving. So
Yeah.
Ellen will give you that chance to do that, right?
I have to get some practice driving. This is not like driving an ordinary car. Fortunately, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that some of the really expensive ones do. It's kind of a middle of the road, so I think it's going to be suit me just fine.
Let me just ask, Dottie, are you going to continue with your work in the area of fashion? Are you going to continue to write books and write poetry? Are you going to continue to post on Facebook? Are you going to
all of those
continue to
things.
publish a international magazine called Writers in the Know?
Yeah, the magazine, yeah, all those things. I forget. I don't think about all those things when I'm not doing them. Yep,
Okay.
I've got issue 18 of the magazine ready to go.
Okay.
I don't think I'll get a book done this year, but I've had some writer's block, but I am working on a fourth book of poetry. And I'm working on it, but it might be next year before it gets done.
Okay.
And what else am I doing, Mike? You know better than me.
It's quite the list, quite the list.
If Nadia and I are talking and she says, I've got an idea, I go, oh, wait a minute.
I know. What was that idea I had the other day that sounded, well, no, don't remind me. I don't need
no. Yep, I know. Yep. She jumps right in the fire.
Oh, yeah, reality show. That's right.
Oh, yes, that's right. And I go, okay.
No, I think I'll be pretty busy with these regular shows, and then I am still doing the interviews for the publishers too. So that's just ramping up now for January probably through September, but I might get them all done before June, before the road trip.
Oh yeah, a couple things I forgot is you also do a show called That's Odd, and you
Yeah.
also do another cooking show.
Oh, and a cooking show too.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's. I guess I have a couple things to do. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, and it's good to be busy. I mean, and it's what we enjoy doing, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I mean,
Right.
all of us, every one of us here, I know we have, you know, we've had really, you know, we do a lot, you know, and some
If
people.
we didn't have projects, what would we do all day long?
I go play. I don't want to play.
I'd probably watch TV.
Yeah. I remember raising my boys, the three of them, and I had been divorced when they were very young. And it was my income that supported us. And I just remember every morning, noon and night, you know, it was just like, oh, you know, when am I ever going to have a break? Or when do I not have to cook? Or can somebody else make dinner, you know, when they're younger, you know? And I was working, and I was always working in my own business, or, you know, if I wasn't working there most of my years, I was working for somebody, but always working a lot. And I just thought, oh, you know, when you never have a break. And now when I have my grandkids with me, you know, for a couple, 2-3 days, they wear me out. It's like, oh my gosh, how did I used to do that? You know, but
they are full of energy.
Funny.
Yeah, and it's good time. It's just that, but yeah. Bob, you retired, was it last year or the year before?
It's been a little over a year now. Yeah.
Okay, and then since then you've been
29.
Since then you've been helping your wife with her medical needs.
Yeah, ever since last March, it's been quite a year, you know.
Yeah.
Totally unexpected. So, yeah.
Well, I pray that you guys can get out there and travel, get on the roads and go places and see your family. And
I know. Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, even just visiting state parks and stuff, it's just fun to get out and get out of the, so to speak. So.
Yeah. The weather's supposed to be really, really bad here. Oh, what happened to Candy? Did she leave us?
Candy's,
We lost a couple of them.
and Midge said goodbye, and
I saw Midge
Yep.
wave, but I didn't see Candy leave.
I saw Candy pop out.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
wonder if Jamila is still with us. I see a photo of her, but not.
Yeah, all I see is a still picture.
Well,
Jamila,
we're getting to the 6 o'clock mark.
Yeah,
so we'll-
it's about
yeah.
6 o'clock.
Oh,
So.
all right.
Gee, I don't have, I could put me in an ornament. Put me in an ornament. I need to hang from the tree too.
From the tree. There you go.
And I gotta get a little bit smaller so I fit in there.
Boss,
There we go.
boss.
Ow. Hey,
Uh-oh. Oh.
this is
There.
fun. Oh,
I'll hide out here in the branch.
in the corner, okay.
Well, I took a couple of still shots while we were, when we had everybody in here. So I'll send them around after dinner this evening so that you can see.
All
and
right.
That'll be
Especially
fun.
Mike, so that I'll post it on Facebook so you can see what you're supposed to see. And we'll,
Okay.
hopefully, next time we'll get everybody's lit up the way they're supposed to.
Sure.
This,
Everybody for coming tonight.
Thank you for
Yeah.
inviting me.
Thanks.
fun. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
very much
Happy
so.
holidays.
Yeah.
Yep.